A big story to follow. Avajoy, thank you. Let's get right to the latest on the coronavirus pandemic here in our state. We saw nearly 2,700 new cases in the last 24 hours. We also saw 38 more deaths. That is the largest single-day death toll since June. The number of people in the hospital tonight, it cracked the 1,400 mark, also for the first time in months. Now, with those cases climbing, the state is going to step up enforcement of businesses and individuals who violate public safety. That starts tonight. WJZ investigator Mike Helgren is live for us in Fells Point with what is being done. Mike.
Nicole, you're going to see uniformed troopers. They're really trying to educate. They're also working with local law enforcement. The governor said earlier this week a lot of people like to go out the night before Thanksgiving. They get drunk, they lose their inhibitions, take off their masks and gather in crowds. He wants to stop that.
The intent of this particular initiative is to really go after the major offenders, the crowds of people that may come into the bars and restaurants like historically happens the night before Thanksgiving.
Roughly 100 state troopers will patrol in uniform across Maryland, targeting COVID-related violations and working with local police departments, mostly in areas with a high concentration of bars and restaurants. But they're not nitpicking people for every little violation. Sergeant Travis Nelson tells WJZ they're looking for the big stuff.
Really, it is not about heavy-handed enforcement here. It's really about education and keeping everybody safe.
Many agree with the added enforcement as cases skyrocket, with 2,697 new infections reported Wednesday and 38 more deaths.
I think it's a good idea. I think what they should be looking for is sort of like a soft enforcement. I mean, not pressing it too hard, but really making sure folks understand, what the nature of the regulations are.
Sergeant Nelson says they'll work with businesses if they're found in violation, but cautions there could be jail time for those who repeatedly fail to listen to the warnings.
But if they continue to host large gatherings or just really put the public at risk of COVID-19, we will serve with the health department an order for immediate compliance that will show exactly what the business needs to immediately do if they want to stay open. If they don't comply with that, they're going to be served a closure order. Following that closure order, if they continue to operate, they'll be charged criminally with a violation of the governor's executive order that carries up to a $5,000 fine or a year in prison.
And there is a new local survey out about how many people in Maryland are going to change or cancel their Thanksgiving plans because of the virus, and how many are willing to take the vaccine when it becomes available. We'll have that coming up at 5. For now, we're live in Fells Point. Mike Helgren, WJZ.